this year's second Oceanside High School Athletic Signing Day. I'm very excited, personally. My name is Thomas Biamonte, and please rise for the pledge.
Yes.
I pledge allegiance of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated, thank you. In case you have not attended one of our athletic signing day ceremonies, we are members of the Oceanside High School broadcasting class, who will basically create a special video of today's event and highlight your students. The video, along with all pictures from today, will be made available through your athlete's school email within a few weeks. Today we recognize the athletes who have been given the opportunity to continue their athletic careers at the college level. Before we introduce the athletes individually, we would like to introduce the principal of Oceanside High School, Dr. Brendan Mitchell.
Thank you, Thomas.
I'm good. Thank you. All right. This is such an incredible event, and it's always my pleasure to open the ceremony in some ways with a lot of thank yous. And the first thank you that I want to give is to Tracy Busk and her entire team here, Thomas, for filming this event. One thing that's great about this is it gives that class, these students, some real-world experience in this profession that they may pursue. Also, I'm going to take an opportunity to plug Legally Blonde, which is our springtime musical. Some members of the team here, Thomas included, I see Summer there, are starring in Legally Blonde, and that'll be March 31st and April 1st, so please feel free to attend. Some other thank yous that I do want to talk about briefly is really about how all of this, the events, the sporting events, the practices, how much goes into that, and of course you in the audience know that. But I do want to thank our custodians, our buildings and ground team, and our security team, who are, it probably feels like to them they're 24/7 getting ready for all these events that we have. Also, none of this would be possible, of course, without our athletic director, Mr. Thomas Lehman. And our NCAA coordinator, Mr. Frank Luisi. A few other, real people to spotlight in this process is our teachers here at Oceanside High School who truly go above and beyond. Every day in the classroom we see that, but also in their connections, their relationships with all of our students, but in particular our student athletes, sometimes knowing there's late practices, there's late games, late bus rides, and their flexibility and work with all of our students, but today, of course, our student athletes is really commendable. Also our school counselors. So behind the scenes of this work in terms of the college process, getting into colleges, is all the work of our school counselors, where they hear some of the thoughts, the ideas of families, of students, of where they might want to go and what they want to do, and they take those kind of opening thoughts and kind of turn it into reality. So congratulations and thank you to our school counselors. I also do, with our families here, parents, guardians, grandparents, siblings. All of you, we know that to be a student athlete takes that full team effort, that full team commitment from at home as well. I'm sure, as I am shortly going to play against sports to buy gosh knows how much money worth of hockey equipment for my son, I know the commitment that you have to put into it too every day. And today's ceremony, we're highlighting your students, your children, but it's really a highlight of all your work and effort too. So thank you to the parents and guardians here. Finally, I do want to thank our student athletes up here on stage. And when I say thank you, I truly mean it as how you're representing Oceanside. Like, we know as you go off to college, you do wonderful things, that you carry Oceanside with you as well. And today's ceremony and the future years ahead of you, you're representing us, and we couldn't be more proud to have everybody here representing us as you move on. So thank you so much. Again, thank you to the team here. Enjoy the ceremony. They do a great job with it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks.
Okay, that was, can we get a bigger round of applause for our amazing principal, Dr. Mitchell? Isn't she great? Okay, now it's my pleasure to introduce the Oceanside Director of Athletics, Mr. Thomas Lee.
Thank you everyone for being here. These are always great, exciting days. I'd say Oceanside does this day very uniquely. In my other districts that I was there, signing day was kind of a quick hitter at the end of the school day. 10 minutes, take a picture, congratulations, sign, and let's get to practice. So I really do value the way that we do it here at Oceanside, inviting all the parents, counselors, administration, coaches, and of course our student athletes. We're here for you guys. So just to highlight a couple things, thank you Dr. Mitchell for thanking everybody for me. Janet Marks is in the back, she runs the athletic office, so thank you Janet for everything that you do for our coaches, student athletes, and parents. Parents, I always like to start with you as far as being a sports parent or being a parent of a student that's involved in anything, whether it's arts, music, athletics. It takes dedication on your end also. I'm going through that now with an 11 and 7-year-old, so I'm learning the travel sports world and everything like that. So the amount of sacrifice that it puts on the family is something that student athletes, you got to realize that it's not just as easy as you think it is. Just drive me here, drive me there, I gotta go to this, pay for cleats, get me to this tournament. So it's really, commending you, the parents, for doing that. As well as encouraging and supporting your kids. The students that are up here on the stage are not here just because you, kind of cater to every wish that they had, right? Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's also pushing back and letting them learn and grow and fail and struggle. And that's part of being a student athlete, that's part of growing up. And I think that's one thing that separates our students up here. So parents, thank you for that. Our coaches that are in audience obviously had a big role in this. The constant, we're not talking about the season, right? Seasons run for a couple months and then it's over. We're talking about all the work that goes in the off season, all the work that goes in behind the scenes that people don't see. I like to say sports, whether it's a football game, lacrosse game, swimming event, whatever it may be, those are the performances. What we don't see is every single day behind the scenes, watching the film, in the weight room, on the field, on the practice field, what goes into that. So, we can control what happens in practices. We can't control the outcomes in the games. And I think that's really important to know. And our coaches do a great job of preparing our kids for all the pressures and all the circumstances they will be in. And for our student athletes, there's two things that come to my mind when I get to talk to you guys. We talk about the struggle, right? Every single person on this stage went through something that they had to overcome. Whether it was physically, mentally, injury, in class, whatever it may be, you had to overcome that struggle. You had to take that and embrace it. And that also goes to the mindset. If our mindset is not there to overcome those obstacles and achieve and push forward, you're not sitting here today. I say that because I want you guys to remember that when you're in college. First couple months, first couple weeks might be difficult. You might call home and be like, I want to come home. This food stinks. I don't like my teammates. I don't like my coach. Whatever it is, that's going to happen. And overcoming that, knowing that you did this here, right? You have that ability. You did it already. So just have that in your mindset. Keep that there and keep fighting forward and keep pushing through. You always have a home here in Oceanside, but we are congratulating you on your way out. For those of you who have seasons left, remember this, right? You guys are leaders. You guys should lead your teams through the thick and thin, through the bad and good. You guys are here, and we need you guys to step up and do that. So thank you for being here. Congratulations to everybody that's here. Thank you.
All right. Now please allow me to introduce the NCAA liaison, Mr. Frank Luisi.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's really an honor to be here with these great young people. And Ms. Lehman, thank you for those words. You echo with all of us, myself, and all many coaches feel and believe. And Janet Marks, Tracy, thank you so much for all you've done. And all of you guys that have worked behind the scenes. These people are like difference makers. And you always want to remember them. They really make a difference in your life. And it's a special part of you when you say thank you to others, as you guys know that. So Dr. Mitchell and Mr. Lehman said so many great things, and we're really blessed to have them as leaders in our school, and the other people who are around you. They help us because they're hope creators. See, they create hope for all of us. Every day, when you see Dr. Mitchell, when you see Mr. McKeel, Mr. Carpenetti, Ms. Hennessy, or our coaches, all the coaches that are here, Mr. Lehman, they create hope. So keep that in your heart when you're forward. Second thing I was to say is, I want to congratulate you guys, all of you, ladies and gentlemen, on the fact that you never quit, as Mr. Lehman said. And we've all together been through some great times you've had, and some of the tough times. But a coach told me once, he said, remember this, Frank, if ever you doubt your mission in life, and you will many times, just remember, it's in deeds that you define who you are. It's your actions. So go find a good action to do. It's better to light one current candle than to curse the darkness. And all of you have done that. For me, for Mr. Lehman, for all the coaches. You've brightened our lives because of the way that you've continued to have resilience and never give up. So keep doing that. And then we really have to also thank the advocates we have in our school. You know, Mr. McKeel, Mr. Carbonetti, Ms. Hennessy, Dr. Mitchell, Mr. Lehman, all our coaches that are here today, Coach Clown, Coach Ellis, Coach Turk, Mr. Madden, our Greek counselor, Mr. Utrecht. They all support us so much. And even Mr. Pumo, we appreciate you being with us and support. So, in closing, I'd like to tell you, you guys have heard me say this, and I believe it. Remember, Coach Brooks said, great moments are born with great opportunity. You guys have talked about that, many of you in my office today. And this today is a great opportunity and a great moment that you've worked for. And we thank your parents and you for all you've given. So Mr. Lehman and I want to give something back to you today also. So the first is this book. And I call it the Pete Alonso Notebook. And this past year I read some things about Pete Alonso, and he showed, you know, it's a great player for the Mets, but he showed something. The reporter from Newsday interviewed him, and after the interview, Pete went back to his locker, and the reporter followed him back, and he couldn't believe it. When he got to his locker, Pete Alonso was at the bench at his locker, and he had a black marble notebook, and he was writing. And the reporter asked him, "What are you writing?" He said, "Well, after each game, I have the date and day of the game, and I write down the two things I did well, positive self-talk. And then I write down one or two things that I got to do better on. I write down what they got me on and what I got them on." He said, and then I go to away games, I do the same. So when I play these guys next time, I know what to do. That technique is a method of success that we want you to use to write down all of the emails you get between now and when you go to school. Each day you get an email, you click it, forward it to your parents, and then you record the key points that you have to do and the date. This little tip, it'll get you ready for college with less worry and less anxiety, and knowing that when you prepare, you're going to seek the highest. And that is the last thing. We have a little gift for you. It's a pamphlet that Mr. Lehman helped me, and many of the coaches have given me ideas for this. 10 tips to positively help you prepare and succeed in your first year of college. There's awesome stuff in here, guys, and you can read it with your family. And we're with you always, as Mr. Lehman said. And I thank you so much, guys, for all you did and all your families. We appreciate it. And if you ever need us, we're always here for you. Thanks so much.
Now it's my pleasure to announce today's honorees. Now, if I mess up a few of the names and colleges, please forgive me. Jake Moshkovich, SUNY Maritime College. Christian Scarlata, Western Connecticut. Jacob Roffin, Wasar. I don't know how to pronounce it. Matthew Amatrano, Adelphi University. Jake Parentief, SUNY Ticino. Peter Saltaire, SUNY Maritime College. Cole Parker, Long Island University. John Horan, University of Scranton. We'd also like to recognize basically everyone behind the scenes who helped create these student athletics and just reach this level.
including your family, teachers, and guidance counselors and coaches. I just want to say that so many young athletes work hard, yet never get to their level of success. And we applaud all of your dedication and achievements, and we look forward to seeing what you'll do in the future. All pictures will be taken today, provided to by families, and we will notify all athletes when the photos come out, and they can be downloaded from their Google Drive and their school email. Our recorded interviews will be uploaded to the Sailor Station YouTube page as soon as possible. And also, we encourage you to visit our YouTube page for other school content. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey guys, it's Brendan, and I'm here with...
Peter Stalteri.
So Peter, what inspired you to play sports?
When I was very young, more like 4, my uncle John, he taught me how to throw with a lacrosse stick. He gave me that lacrosse stick, and it inspired me to play sports ever since then.
What advice would you give to an athlete just starting out?
I would say have confidence in yourself. Even if you are just starting out and you don't really know what you're doing, just go through every play and with full confidence and full speed.
What strategies helped you and your team during games?
Same thing. We just had full confidence in ourselves, and that comes with a lot of repetitions, and that's how you get full confidence in yourself.
Thank you, Peter.
So, can you say and spell out your name for me?
Cole Parker, ColeParker.
And what made you start playing lacrosse?
My dad had a big influence on me playing lacrosse. Ever since I was a little kid, he always had the stick in my hand. So, yeah.
And what advice would you give for a young player just starting out?
Practice, make the little things count. Stay consistent. Consistency is a big part.
Okay, thank you, Cole.
Yep, thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Brendan, and I'm here with...
Jacob Rappan.
So Jacob, what inspired you to play basketball?
I always loved playing with my friends when I was younger, and I always loved competing.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I'm hoping to become a lawyer, so hopefully in 5 years I'll be in law school after Vassar College.
What was the most significant challenge playing high school basketball?
Well, I was actually diagnosed with mono my junior year, and I missed most of my season. And I came back, and I think I played better than before I was diagnosed with that. So, yeah, that was definitely my biggest challenge.
Thank you, Jacob.
Okay, so can you spell and say your name for me?
Gianna Horan, Giannahorren.
And why did you start swimming?
I started at a young age. I have a competitive spirit, and my parents introduced me to swimming, and then I just made a lot of friends from there and continued with it.
And then what advice would you give for a younger person just starting out? Maybe like their first time swimming?
No matter what struggles you have, just push through it, because at the end you might actually really love the sport.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Brendan, and I'm here with...
Jake Moshkowicz.
So Jacob, what inspired you to play football?
So pretty much, I didn't play football when I was younger. In 8th grade, my brother kind of convinced me to play, and then it just all went up from there.
What advice would you give to an athlete just starting out?
At first, it's going to be really hard. You just got to stick it out. You're going to realize that you love it.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Working for some big business, hopefully make a lot of money.
Thank you, Jake.
So can you spell your name for me?
JakePerinchief.
And what made you start playing lacrosse?
My dad got me started playing lacrosse, and the Oceanside community has really helped me with the PAL, starting out young, and then obviously growing up and coming to high school.
And what advice would you give to a younger lacrosse player?
I'd just say work as hard as you can. I'm the smaller guy on the team, so definitely try, for the smaller guys out there, work your hardest. It doesn't define who you are, and just work.
Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Brendan. I'm here with...
Christian Scarlata.
So Christian, what are your hopes for your upcoming season for college?
Well, I'm hoping to just work my hardest and meet good teammates and meet good friends. I hope to just improve on my game. Coming up this off season, I've been lifting in the off season, doing what you usually do. To get prepared for college and get ready to compete at the next level. So.
What strategies helped you and your teammates during games?
I usually just I like to isolate myself and I just lock in. You know, I try to listen to music. For every game I pray. You know, I thank everyone. You know, I just pray for my safety, pray for everyone else's safety. Before a game, you know, I just like to you know, bond with my teammates. You know, try to joke around a little bit. You know, stay loose and stay ready for the action. So.
What professional athlete inspired you to play football?
I'd probably say Tom Brady. You know, he's my favorite player, and he had overcome a lot of obstacles. You know, a lot of doubters, and you know, looking at him now, he's just the greatest of all time. And I just look at him every day, and I'm really inspired by what he's done for the sport of football and what it means to be an athlete in general. So.
Thank you, Christian.
Spell your name out for us.
Matthew, and then Amitrano.
Okay, and where are you committing to college?
Adelphi University.
Okay, so congratulations, Matt. And so what made you start playing the sport lacrosse?
I've always loved lacrosse because I love playing with my friends, and it's always been something I've been interested in since I was a kid. So.
And what advice would you give to someone just starting out playing lacrosse?
I would just tell them to always work hard, always compete, always give 110% no matter what, and just have fun. That's about it.
Thank you.